we have learned together the fact that the essential aspect of Seder night is telling the story. And we know that instead of taking Shmos, Va'era, Bo, B'Shalach, the sections of the book of Exodus, we go to a small section in Sefer Dvarim, which is a declaration that we make when we bring the first fruits. And there are 4 verses. Well, the first verse describes going down to Egypt, becoming a great nation. The second verse describes the slavery. The third verse describes calling out to God. He's listening to us. And the fourth verse describes God saving us. Why was it that this particular section was chosen? Why the declaration when we bring first fruits? When we bring first fruits, we are showing our gratitude. It is one of the premier examples of showing gratitude to God. We've worked hard, we've got these fruits, but we realize it wouldn't happen without God, and we show our gratitude. Seder night is all about gratitude. God, we were slaves, you took us out. Thank you. Secondly, first fruits, the idea of taking the first, taking the best, bringing it to God. And as we know, Rashi, on the first verse of the Torah, tells us that the children of Israel, just like first fruits, are also called Rashis. God takes the first for himself from all the nations. We are, in some ways, Bikurim. Rav Moshe Wolfson, one of the great Talmidei Chacham in America, makes an interesting observation. The Gra says that Yetzias Mitzrayim is mentioned 50 times in Torah. Bikurim is the last of those 50 times. It's the pinnacle. Interestingly, the introduction is V'yamata Elov. You will say to the Kohen, when you bring the first fruits, Higadati Hayom. We see the expression of Haggadah, just as Seder night is about Haggadah, Higadta Levincha, and also it says V'yaniso v'amarta, and we know that on Seder night it is lechem oni, it is bread, not just bread of affliction, but bread where we are talking, discussing, responding, v'aniso. One final idea that we know that the Lashon Haggadah is Kosoma Lebeis Yaakov, Besage Lebeis Yisrael, Lebnei Yisrael. Rashi tells us that Haggadah is a Lashon Kosher. When you're speaking to women, you use Amira. When you're speaking to men, you use a Lashon Haggadah. It is a tough language. What is the difference between a tough language and a soft language? And Rabbi Ilan Siegel, who davens for us as a Chazan on Yom Roim, told me a beautiful idea. What's the difference between a block of metal and steel wool? Why is steel wool soft? If somebody throws a whole load of steel wool at you, it won't hurt, whereas a block of metal will. And the answer is that steel wool doesn't have the same density. Same material, but not the same density. Lashon Kosher means it's dense. We have here the story in such a dense form. It's so concentrated. And that's what we are focusing on. We're taking a very, very concentrated story. That's Haggadah. And we try and, I suppose it's a little bit like a compressed file. On Seder night we try and expand that file. We Chol HaMarabah, Hariseh Shubach, if all's well, through the merit of our telling the Haggadah on Seder night, we should soon have the opportunity to fulfill Higati Hayom, bringing Bikurim in the Beis HaMikdash, Babias God Tzedek B'Per V'Yameinu.